Welcome to MagicGatheringStrat. I am Dan. I dabble in Magic Online Finance and I write about it. I used to write on Pure, but I made my Pure articles all about playing the game and moving my finance articles over here instead at MTGO library. And the big question, I think, on many people's minds, especially now with the daily events gone, is when should you invest in the fall set? And I thought that this was very easy. I thought it was always mid-December. That's what I said in my seasonal trading video. But it turns out that I might have been wrong. And especially now with this situation that is happening right now. But that one is hard to predict. So let's not think about that first. Let's look at the old sets. Last year's fall set, Return to Ravnica, had its lowest prices between December 14 and January 5th, and another dip. The very lowest price was on February the 9th. But that New Year, Christmas, second half, sorry, I have a cold. Second half of December is like the knowledge that I thought I had and that most people say about the fall set. But that is not when you are supposed to buy Theros cards. Unless you're going to play with them, of course. If you need a play set, it's a good time to buy in December. But if you want to buy the cards at the cheapest possible price for speculation, and to be able to sell them at their spike, which will probably be in February 2015. So let's look back. If you are going to do that, then you have to buy the cards later. But how much later? Let's look at Innistrad. The Innistrad index, let's look at that. This is MTG Goldfish, fantastic index service. Let's look at the index. It's happening. Not here. 1.4. Here is a bottom, but here is a deeper bottom, and it's in June. Innistrad was cheapest in June. And of course, there's a difference in how these sets were drafted. Return to Ravnica was drafted by itself, and then it wasn't drafted, which meant that prices went up, of course, after Gatecrash started being drafted. And then it was drafted again, but it never hit as low as it was during December. But Innistrad was drafted first by itself, and then with Dark Ascension. And look at this. When Avacyn Restored comes out, then it hits its very lowest point in May, late May, early June. So pretty much at the time the set is not drafted anymore. Sorry, English is not my native language. That's why I might sound like a drunk Viking at times. But when the set is not drafted anymore, that's the lowest point. Nothing else. So let's look at Scars of Mirrodin, which accidentally is drafted exactly like Theros will be. Big set, small set, small set. And New Phyrexia, Mirrodin, Besiege were small sets, right? Okay, I'm going to base this off the fact that they were. And the curve for Scars of Mirrodin looks like this, which tells you quite clearly something. Oh, this is rotation. Here we are. This is the lowest point. Because Scars of Mirrodin was drafted from 2010 into 2011, and then M12 was released here and became the draft format of choice. And that was the point. And that will be the point for Theros too, is my prediction. I think you should buy Theros. If you want to buy Theros to speculate in them and to be able to sell them during their spike, which is probably, unless standard PTQ season is moved, in February 2015, then you should buy Theros in June 2014 and not in December, unless you need the cards. So what about this effect? Well, I could make wild predictions about it, but I won't. But what I talked about first here is what I'm pretty certain about. what do I think will happen? It depends entirely on how long daily events are gone. And there is another like tertiary effect. Like for eternal formats in 3 or 4 years, if Theros is drafted very little, but it isn't, right? People are drafting right now. People are drafting. Drafting is not hurt, is it? I don't know. If they weren't drafted, if it was like the time when Magic Online was gone for 3 months, then the series card will get more expensive in 3 or 4 years. But that is not happening. It's still being drafted. So I think it will just hurt the prices of Theros cards, and that means that you're even more. There will probably be a spike when stuff comes back, so you should probably buy exactly when the announcement comes. But I think June is a pretty good date, and that is where I'm going to buy heavily into Theros. Thank you for watching.